Hello, welcome to the Bearded Horror Review. My name is Dan, aka the Boogey Man, and on this show I will watch a horror movie, either a classic or a new release, talk about some good points, talk about some bad points if there are any of either, give it a rating out of 10 if I remember to do it, and let you know if I think the film is worth a watch or not, in my humble opinion. And it is December 2024, and you know what that means. You there, boy, what day is it?
What, sir? It's Christmas Day.
God damn it, Daniel. It's Christmas time, so all the Christmas horror films need to be watched. So throughout December, I will be watching Christmas horror films. Some that I have seen before and I think people should watch, and some that are newer that I have never seen before. And I'm really looking forward to talking about those and watching them, because there's a good one that I don't know if it's good or not, but it's a good film concept that I'm looking forward to watching and talking about with you guys. But today we're going to be talking about a film that I have seen before and that I think not enough people have seen, Rare Exports. Before we carry on, guys, if you can leave a like and subscribe, it helps me out so much. It's a very small thing for you, helps me against the YouTube algorithm, and you get to see more reviews with this guy, which would be really cool. So Rare Exports is a foreign language horror film. I believe it's Finland, but if I'm wrong, I will put it here. If I'm right, I'm not going to put anything there. Just a big thumbs up. And it's about a small community that live on the border of Russia. And across the border, there is a mountain which people are digging, excavating down into the mountain.
Prepare the dynamite. You have a grave to rob.
This obviously causes some issues in the town. And that issue happens to be Santa Claus. What more do you want, man? It's great. And this film, it's such a good film. So before we carry on, guys, I am going to say spoilers for this, because it is like an older film. So spoilers if you don't want to know anything about it at all. I'm not going to give everything away. But if you don't want to know anything at all and you want to go and watch the film, which I highly recommend that you should see this film, and yeah, then here's your warning for potential spoilers. I mean, I'm going to say some things, but yeah, spoilers. So here you go. And yeah, so this film, like I said, it's a foreign language film, and what happens with a lot of foreign language films is they don't resonate as much as they should do over here in the English-speaking world, and because there are some people that just can't or won't watch foreign language films or anything with subtitles and things like that. There's just some people that won't do that, or don't want to, or can't, which absolutely fine. But it does mean that they miss out on some amazing films such as this one, and that's why there's so many English language remakes of foreign films. And we had one this year of Speak No Evil, and it's one of those where like sometimes the original just nails it. You don't need to remake it, and that's what the case of this one. This hasn't had a remake, which I am really chuffed about, because this film is so much fun. I was speaking to my friend last night, and when I was describing it to them, so they basically said it's the thing with Santa Claus, and that is kind of the vibe. It is the thing with Santa Claus. Something is going on with this excavation, and as the film progresses, we get more and more information. Our characters, especially the young boy that's in this film, are very kind of keen to see what's going on around them, and they notice all these things. As the film progresses, we've learned that this family that is the main kind of focus, and their friends, raise deer. And they raise deer for meat and their furs and such, and their deer are being slowly killed off. There's a scene where there's a whole grave of just slaughtered deer, and it adds up to about $85,000.
Minkälaiset sudet tekee? Hyvä, joo.
So something bad is happening around. The little boy thinks it's Santa Claus who's buried up in this mountain. He thinks that Santa Claus is watching them, and there's things going on, and it's he's not friendly. It's dangerous. The dads and the parents things, they don't really think it's the Santa Claus thing. They just think someone's poaching or killing off their cattle, or whatever you call deer that are being raised for their meat. I'm not a farm man. And they think it might be wolves, and it's a slow progression of what we find out more and more what's going on, and it is done so well. The directing and the cinematography of this film are beautiful. The landscape itself, obviously they're in the middle of nowhere up a mountain. It is a gorgeous film to look at. but it is very cleverly made. It's very, like, the dialogue, the progression of the story, and the details that they take, and they go, okay, why is there always a Santa on every single mall in America, and Santa can deliver presents to all around the world? Well, maybe there's a grounded reason behind that. Maybe, the folklore of Santa has got a nice list and a naughty list. What does he actually do with the naughty kids? It takes that premise and takes these ideas and goes, well, let's do something cool with it. Well, let's go back to the original. Let's think maybe it's a twist on the modern idea of what Santa Claus is, and we go back to the original kind of stories and Krampus and take that kind of influence and put it in there. There's some really fun moments in this, and the ideas that they put behind it. It does some incredible things that I love in regards to the film, which is set up and payoff. They show all the characters have certain qualities and certain characteristics, and they don't switch from that. It's very believable. Especially the main character is basically this young boy who is very resourceful, very kind of inquisitive, and he is very observational, but he's a little shy at the start because he's surrounded by all these very big, strong men. His father and his friends, and even his friends himself, the young children in the town. They are quite, powerful forces, for lack of a better phrase. And he is this younger, more timid one. But as the film goes on, he becomes more and more confident in himself. And it's not a false confidence where all of a sudden he's amazing. From the get-go, it shows that he's resourceful, that he's tough, there's certain things that he likes and doesn't like, and he's very intelligent. And it shows all these different aspects of all the characters and what that leads to in regards to the progression of the story. And it's really well done. There's this idea that Santa Claus kidnaps naughty children, and all of a sudden there's children going missing throughout the town. The father sets up a spike trap, like the father of the young boy who's like the deer farmer. He sets up a spike trap in the ground because he thinks wolves are after his deer. The trap goes off one day, and it's an old man, and inside the hole in the ground they go and have a look, and there is a dummy of a child. It's a really creepy looking thing, and it's this idea of someone was coming to take this kid. What is going on? Why does he look like Santa Claus? Why was he after the child? So all of this, you start to realize these things as the story progresses so naturally and with a fun kind of light-hearted motif. But it also takes some of the danger very seriously, and it's just fun to watch. And I just love this film. I haven't watched this for years because I haven't had anywhere to watch it from, and it's come on streaming. I'm like, yes, immediately I am watching that. Honestly, I think this is one of the best horror Christmas films that you can get. It is, its story is solid, its acting and cinematography is fantastic, it's tongue-in-cheek but also has its frightening moments. The ending itself, which I will not spoil at all, is such a clever idea and just fun. It's just a really good way to go, okay, what are we going to do with this whole thing that we've ended up with? And it's just really good. It's just going like, let's have fun with it. Yeah, we're making a horror movie. Yeah, we're making some scares, but we're also here for fun. It's that kind of throwback to stuff like Gremlins, where there was genuine fear and danger in there, but you're also having a blast with it, and you're having a laugh. And that's what I think this film just nails so perfectly. So yeah, Rare Exports. Honestly, for me, love this film. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 because I just love this film so much. For me, it's entertainment value is one of the great things. Storytelling and, staying true to the logic of your story. It does all of it so well. And it's on Prime right now. So if you have it in your country or wherever you're watching this from, if you've got Prime and you want a kind of really fun, foreign language film, Christmas film, you don't mind subtitles, go and watch Rare Exports. So yeah, this Christmas season, it's Christmas season. So we're going to carry on with this Christmas horror film things. We've got some more coming up. Obviously, I'm going to do some classics. Also, I've got some new ones. I'm going to try and do at least one a week. So we've got at least 4 in the bag. But yeah, have you seen Rare Exports? Let me know what you thought of it down below. Any Christmas horror films that you would like to see on the channel, or that you just think I should watch, let me down in the comments below. Make sure you follow me on social media. All the links are down in the comments. I'm on Instagram, and I've got my Patreon down there as well if you want to support the channel, or if you want to also make sure like and subscribe. Like I said, really helps out. And until the next time, guys, happy watching.